Book 306. Good morning, good morning. Welcome back to Morning Motivation with Matthew Daniels, and today I'm going to tell you guys about the hole-digging mole and the evasive earthworm. That's right, the hole-digging mole and the evasive earthworm. But what is Matthew Daniels talking about? A long time ago, there was a mole digging holes in an open field, searching for earthworms or other insects that he could eat. This mole had not eaten for several days, and his hunger had grown exponentially. As the mole dug his holes, he saw in the distance a fat earthworm poking his head up from the ground, watching him dig. "Aha!" the mole exclaimed. "I have found my dinner." Immediately, the mole ran full speed towards the earthworm, and the earthworm quickly went back underground, attempting to flee. Reaching the spot where he saw the earthworm, the mole immediately began digging a hole, trying to find him. In a matter of minutes, the hole-digging mole had dug a hole several feet deep, but he did not find his prey. Emerging from the hole, the mole looked around, and again he saw the same earthworm poking his head up from the ground. Stomach growling, the mole ran towards the earthworm again as it dove underground, attempting to flee. Not wanting to let his meal escape a second time, the mole dug several feet into the dirt faster this time, but he did not find the earthworm. When he emerged from this new hole, he saw the earthworm a few feet away looking at him again. The hole-digging mole ran towards the earthworm, and it disappeared yet again. The mole grew angry, and he determined in his mind that he would eat this particular earthworm no matter how many holes he had to dig trying to catch him. Over and over until the sun went down in the west, the hole-digging mole chased the evasive earthworm, and the evasive earthworm continued to escape at the last possible minute. Eventually, the hole-digging mole was beginning to run out of energy, and since he had not eaten, it became harder for him to dig his holes in search of the evasive earthworm. Finally, feeling frustrated, angry, and extremely hungry, the hole-digging mole gave up his hunt. "This evasive earthworm is just too fast for me," he admitted. "I will leave this field and go find something to eat elsewhere." As the hole-digging mole walked away in defeat, the evasive earthworm poked his head out of the ground and watched him retreat. Then he headed straight for a log cabin which sat on the edge of the open field. Knocking on the door, the evasive earthworm waited for someone to answer. Opening the door and looking down, a young man said, "So, is it finished yet? Did you do what you promised you would do?" "Indeed," the earthworm responded, pointing towards the open field. "As promised, I have dug for you 100 holes, several feet deep each, in 10 separate rows." The young man looked out at the open field and nodded his head. "Perfect," he said. "Those holes are perfect. I can now plant my crops without working to dig the holes myself. As promised, you can now live inside of my home with me, and you will never have to worry about predators again." And so, the morning motivation of today is the hole-digging mole and the evasive earthworm. A sad fact of life is that many people will try to use you to do for them things which they do not want to do for themselves. They will use the fact that you need to survive to compel you to complete work which does not benefit you in the end. Be careful as you go about your day and analyze every situation that you find yourself in. Do not fall for the false promises of fork-tongued people. Stay focused on your ambitions and goals, continue to push to achieve your dreams, and always strive to do that which is good. And remember, you are awesome, you are amazing, you are wonderful, and you are great. And you are going to change the world. I just hope I'm still alive to see it, family. I'm out. Good morning. To order books in the Morning Motivation with Matthew Daniels book series, search Morning Motivation with Matthew Daniels on Amazon.com or visit www.dandyandbigherm.com.